We have gone on record on this channel before saying that the Academy 12 and Academy 10 E or non-E versions are the best beginner acoustic guitar that money can buy. Can Taylor improve on that by changing up the woods a little bit with the Academy 20 and 22? Let's find out. How's it going, guys? This is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. And if you haven't already, gotta subscribe to the channel. Like the videos, comment on them, tell us what you think, turn your notifications on so you can see all kinds of new releases like the one I've got today. Taylor has finally announced the Academy 20 and 22E new additions to the Academy line. They've got the 10 and they got the 12 and they got the 12N nylon version. Fantastic entry-level guitars from Taylor that we're really big fans of. And I know a ton of people are fans of them because they're constantly sold out, and then we get more and then those sell out. They're absolutely beautiful guitars stripped down to the essentials, and we're big fans of the Academy line. They've been out for a little bit now, and today Taylor has added Walnut to the equation. So on my right, your left, I got the Academy 20. Now, if you know how Taylor does the naming of the models and how you can kind of discern what's going on, if the model ends with a 0, take your 110, your 210, your 150, or say your Academy 10 or Academy 20E. The 0 is the dreadnought body style. This is a square shoulder dreadnought, only available now from Taylor's Mexican-made guitars. Anything above that, your dreadnought size is going to be a slope shoulder dreadnought with the Grand Pacific. But if it ends with a 0, it's going to be a square shoulder dreadnought. If it ends with a 2, like anything you got in there, 312, 812, 912, Academy 12, Academy 22, that is going to be your Grand Concert body style, which is their most narrow, full-sized bodied guitar. 2 is your Grand Concert, 4 Grand Auditorium, 6 Grand Symphony, 8 Grand Orchestra, and then I guess your 7, which is right in the middle, that's your slope shoulder dreadnought. Getting too deep in the weeds here. You got your Grand Concert and you got your dreadnought, 22 and 20. Also the same body sizes offered in the existing Academy line with the 12 and the 10. And 2, if you got 22 or you got a 324, whatever it is, if a 2's in the middle, that means you got a different kind of wood on top, a hardwood. It changes based on the series that you're working with. But as it stands in this series right here, the 2 is for Walnut. These are solid walnut top guitars, and some really nice grain on these 2 that I just happened to open up. We've got a few in stock right now that we've been getting ready for the release today. We've had them for a little bit, known about the guitars for quite a while, and I'm finally getting to show them to you. But these just happen to have some really nice grain, and then layered walnut on the back and sides because like anything else with the Academies, with the 100 series, 200 series, GS Minis, they're going to have layered wood on the back and sides. And it's probably the nicest quality layered wood that you're going to get from any manufacturer. And we've talked a lot about step-up guitars on the channel. You're going to want a solid top. You're going to want scallop bracing. And those are 2 big components of a guitar that's going to last all time. If you can get solid wood on the back and sides, even better. But those 2 elements are going to make a incredible guitar. So that's what you got on both of these. They've got the new updated ESB preamp pickup system, which you've probably seen, on GS Minis and older Academies. The non-updated version, the first round of that ESB that came out. This is an updated version, so you got your tuner, you got a 3-band EQ with sliders instead of knobs, which is nice, and a volume. It's very simple, on-off switch, but when it comes down to it, these are basically what you know and love from the Academy 12 and 10, just a little different flavor with the walnut. I'm going to play both of them for you. Do the same thing on both little finger picking and flat picking so you can hear the dynamic range of both of these guitars. I really dig them. I hope you do too. Take a listen. So there's a little sound sample on both of these. I am now holding the Academy 20E because I think it's the one that I prefer of the two. They both sound really great to me, and they don't sound a ton different. I just think from the Dreadnought, you get a little more of that extra bass and low end, which I prefer. Now, why do we say that the Academies are the best bang for your buck beginner guitar? They're not the cheapest guitar out there. They're definitely priced, much higher than most entry-level guitars. I don't want to quote pricing wrong because it's changing almost every week, it seems. We got the links in the description below, and you can check prices and then agree with me. They're not priced like a beginner guitar from many other brands. But in relative terms of Taylor, these are entry-level guitars. So just suspend the disbelief for a little bit. These are entry-level guitars, and here's why we think that they're the best in the class. First of all, they have armrests, like beveled armrests on here, which a lot of people like because of the look. When it comes down to it, if you're just getting started playing guitar, many times less expensive guitars are going to have very sharp edges. It's going to dig into your arm, and it's going to get really uncomfortable really fast. And if you're uncomfortable playing guitar, especially when you're just getting started, you're not going to keep going. You want something that's going to be comfortable, that you can dive in, just kind of let the guitar melt away and lose yourself in the process. And just that little added feature, definitely why they put it on there, is to make a beginner feel as comfortable as possible. Also, it's got a 1 11/16 inch nut width, which is not like that's a crazy thing as opposed to 1 3/4 or 7/8 or anything like that. I mean, a lot of guitars have an 1 11/16 inch nut. Say that 5 times fast. Either way, slightly more narrow nut, going to be a little easier for a beginner. As usual, Taylor's necks are pretty unbeatable when it comes to beginner comfort. They play fast, they play electric-esque. So as comfortable as you can get, you're going to play the guitar more, you're going to stick with it, and you're going to ascend to new levels, maybe move up into an all-solid wood guitar or American-made guitar, whatever you want. But great pickup system, also the same that comes in the GS Minis. You do have to jump up a little bit further to get to the ES2 pickup system, but when it comes down to it, the ESB sounds fantastic. It's performance ready, so these guitars are great for practice, they're great for gigging. They don't have to just be for beginners, they can be for anybody that wants to guitar on the road, play some coffee shop shows when you're on vacation and all that. They definitely hit it out the park. Now, do I think that the Walnut is better than the Spruce top layered Sapele back and sides versions of the 12 and 10? I do not think that they're better. I don't think that they're worse. I think that they sound very similar. Obviously, we'll get Chris back in here. We'll do a comparison of the 12 and the 22, the 10 and the 20, so we can really dive in, see if there's a sound difference. I think that there will be. I don't think it's going to be drastic, but I do think that it's very cool that Taylor added a different kind of flavor, a different look. There's something about walnut that it's an affordable wood. It's not like a crazy exotic endangered wood. And Taylor's been using it on guitars for quite a long time. I've seen the craziest figured walnut on, custom catch guitars, GPs and stuff that looks beautiful. But even at their most entry-level walnut guitar, that's a full size, you get beautiful grain and you can really dive in. There's so much color variation. There's a nice sap line here, and every single one's going to be different. That's kind of the problem with Spruce, is you can get the top end, Adirondack Spruce versus Engelmann or Lutz or Sitka, and you can probably see some difference in the grain and the coloration, but for the most part, the best spruce is going to be very plain looking unless you get bear claw or something like that. Walnut's going to be different every time. It's going to have different variations, and I just think it's a nice looking wood. Lucky that it's also a great sounding wood. So a lot of players that are looking for a new guitar might be a little bit bored by spruce, want something a little flashier, and I think that the walnut's a really, really great choice. So I don't think that they're better or worse than the normal academies, the 10 and the 12. I just think they're different. They've expanded their offerings to a whole new group of people that might have been a little turned off by the look. I like the way the other ones look. I like the way these ones look, and they've just done a great job. I think they sound great. I want to hear what you guys think. Comment below. Tell me if you dig them. Tell me which one you like more, the 22 or the 20. And turn your notifications on because we're going to do a comparison of the 10 and the 20, the 12 and the 22. Let us know what you guys would like to see. Thank you for watching. Check out all the specs on these guitars on alamomusic.com. See you next time.